Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So for today's video we're going to be doing Nick Fury's Recon Initiative, and we're only going to be using our 3-star champions. This week we're only allowed to use our Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy, so we're taking in our Scarlet Witch, Thor, Star-Lord, Original Cap and Hulk. So first fight we're taking is Crossbones. There's nothing too serious about this fight. The only thing we need to be wary of is that whenever we parry him, he might shrug it off and get a Fury. Crossbones' shrug off ability is not as potent as Agent Venom's and many others. However, for whatever reason, he does shrug it off much faster. Because normally Agent Venom takes like a half a second or split second to shrug off anything, but if Crossbones is going to shrug off anything, he does it pretty much immediately, so it's sometimes going to give you a bit of trickier time to react to it, but it's all good and the fight's going well. Scarlet Witch is doing what she's supposed to. We are running suicides for this, but it's probably not even advisable because we're kind of gimping several of our champions and kind of wasting their health because we can't spam the special attacks, and we're not running any Mystic Dispersion as well. It is worth noting that we are running Max Despair and we're doing it mainly for the final fight and Captain America's signature abilities. Yep, so second fight is Proxima Midnight. We're using Hulk just because basically Proxima is kind of like generic fight. We do make a mess up here, but it's not a big deal. We didn't really care for the health on Hulk anyways, because he's just kind of slightly bit of a filler in our team because we needed a science for Captain America for Ultron boss. Aside from that, it's also quite nice and useful that he can do his stun loops, but obviously since we have Suicide Zone and we're on low health, we're not going to be able to sustain it very much. But anyways, here we can see that we got the Proxima stand, and with level 2 we're shooting another level 1, and that's pretty much going to finish her off. So it's a nice quick easy fight there for us. Our next opponent is going to be Chorus Glaive. Trick playing Chorus Glaive is that, well, first of all, you do take a lot of block damage if you try to parry him from distance. The way, if you want to be parrying Chorus Glaive, is to finish a combo, do a full 5-hit combo and go for parry immediately, because then he launches a light attack and that light attack does not deal as much damage. So here we got our 2 Furies on because of Hulk's signature ability. I think we're going to push it a bit further. We bait out at level 2 and go for our level 2 of our own. It does not crit, but still not too bad of a damage because Hulk starts to hit harder as his health goes lower. But anyways, so yeah, baiting out the level 2. One thing we do not want to do is parry when we're on such low health. We are left on 6%, which is perfect because that's going to leave us another level 1 or level 2 to throw. And here we punish his level 1, go for our own, get the stun on him and finish the fight off fairly quick. So initial fights aren't too difficult in this challenge, so that's quite alright. So no issues getting through there with our 3-star champions. So since Hulk is on 1% health, we're kind of retiring him and we're not going to be using him anymore. So the main 2 champions we do want to preserve is our Star-Lord and Captain America Infinity War, because they are the 2 champions that can potentially take down the Ultron and outdamage it. Possibly Scarlet Witch could do it as well, but it might be a bit tricky with her as a 3-star. Anyhow, so we're fighting Loki now. Loki, you do need to be slightly careful of his power gain while he is below 1 bar of power, and that level 1 is often a bit tricky to punish as well. I definitely know it has caught me in past. Here we got a nice level 2 for 7k, and that's a decent number for a 3-star as far as I'm concerned. We had 2 Furies on. But yeah, aside from that, so long as we're careful punishing his level 1s and keep an eye on his power meter, Loki isn't particularly difficult to fight. He is a bit of a beefy guy, but it's not all that bad. We decided we're not going to throw any more special attacks just in case we do need to use Scarlet Witch somewhere further up in the map. So we just finish off the fight with our regular combos. And yeah, so far so good. We haven't died yet, and here is a Killmonger. So Killmonger we're going to be using Thor to counter him, because essentially while Killmonger is under armor break effect, pretty much none of his abilities work really. So we just kind of need to keep our armor breaks on and everything's going to be fine. And with suicides we have decent damage, so the fight shouldn't be as long, even though Killmonger is quite a beefy of guy, and here as well he's on 15k PI and our Thor is on 2.7, so there is a slight difference there, but it's alright. We're gonna be a bit conservative in this fight as well, saving up our special attacks, because the way I like to play Thor often is quite risky, because for me he's one of those champions, like if I'm going for it, I'm going for it, and I'm gonna be like doing my level 3 and then just kind of trying to keep opponents stunned as long as possible. So again, we hit him once, the reverberation activates, so we need to armor break him. And yeah, our gameplay plan here is like dead simple, just keep the armor breaks on and that's it. Do not take too much block damage. There we missed a parry, but it's not too bad, we have plenty of health to finish off the fight. And yeah, I think somewhere soon at this point I'll decide to go for my level 3 and just kind of do as much damage as we can. So yeah, we're on 63 hits, he's below 50%, we do our level 3, it's decent sized level 3. Let's see how much, and here we're just kind of going balls to the wall. And we get our level 1 off, and let's see if we get lucky, level 1 procs a stun. However, here I am a bit too slow and I did not manage to chain my combo up, and I make a mistake and Killmonger kills me while he was left on 25% HP. Jesus, that's sad. I should have just went for the 50th and block, but it's alright. Just gonna quickly finish the fight off with Scarlet Witch, and yeah, Killmonger goes down. And now for the main event, the boss fight. I know some people have been struggling with taking down this boss and asking me how to do it. So the two most obvious answers obviously are Cap and Star-Lord. Other than that, I think maxed out Scarlet Witch 4-star could do it as well. Possibly Gamora now with her damage ramp up, maybe, I'm not too sure. But our game plan here is fairly simple. We're just gonna be parrying everything as much as we can, throwing our heavy attacks. Luckily we do not have to worry about his evade, because our heavy attack finishes before our parry stun expires and there is no limber. That means he's never ever gonna evade us. Since our parry is maxed, we have perfect parries, means our health is not gonna run low. And you're gonna notice me in this fight constantly parrying his level 1, because A, we have perfect parry, we don't take damage from it, and that just gives us an extra chance of stacking debuffs. As I mentioned earlier, we have maxed out Despair, and you can see whenever he goes in his like arc overload phase, whatever that healing is, he is ticking down for some. It's not a huge amount that he's ticking down for. I think on 3 sets of debuffs it's about 700, but it still helps us quite a bit because of the villainy node here. Basically we never gonna gain any power, so this is gonna be the way we chip away at him. So we're at 30 hits or like 15 heavies, and he's at like 60 something % health. And this fight is just gonna be essentially rinse and repeat of parry, heavy attack, parry level 1, and so forth. So we have the heal, reversed heal that's helping us with our damage output as well. Unlucky we can't really capitalize on Ultron's inbuilt heal, because we do need to keep parries on in order to reverse the degen. That means as soon as we parry him, his heal goes away, but it's alright, we're still dealing decent amount of damage. The fight hasn't been too long. I think the total amount of times that Ultron took us was about 3 minutes, so if you look at it that way, it's nothing too big. I think it's gonna be about 40 heavy attacks. But yeah, so long as we don't mess up our parries, this fight's not tricky at all. We just need to make sure our parries are on point. We did miss, I think, one before, and here we miss another one and take a hit in a block, but we're still doing really good in our health department, and we're well above 50%, so I'm not worried at all. Obviously with that Ultron hit us like with one combo we'd be dead, but it is as it is because we're using 3 stars. And the fight's nearly over. But yeah, anyways, I just wanted to make a quick video for you guys who might either A, be struggling with this event, or just kind of like B, think it's fairly cool that 3-star cap can still take down this huge Ultron. Let me know if you want me to do other path of this week's event. I will certainly record that one as well if you guys want to. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys have a great time. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't yet, please hit that sub button and leave a like. Other than that, I'm gonna see you guys next time.